We usually see the air version of Ball Roll simply as combo filler, but other than that, it seems relatively absent from a lot of gameplay, at least from what I've observed, and I could certainly be wrong. Regardless, today I'd like to talk about and explore its other potential uses and applications outside of the simple jump 2-2 cancel extensions. The range is just short of round start distance, just one step forward is enough for it to connect. Like all her special moves, Air Roll is exceptionally negative on block, but as a Mileena player, you should be used to that by now, as we don't have a single special move that isn't double-digit negative. But with the right reads or reactions, you could use it to bait an anti-air, air-to-air while jumping away from an opponent that's jumping towards you, or punish gaps large enough that you could neutral jump out. It feels pretty good to have the right read, neutral jump, and jump in punish. And it feels pretty bad to have the right read, neutral jump, and get anti-aired before you can jump in punish. So instead on that read, why not just instant air roll? On hit, if close enough, you can walk slightly forward into a standing 4 canceled into ball roll. If out of standing 4 range, dash into 2-1 instead. At max range, skip the normal altogether and just raw ball roll to extend. After the ball roll, the combo route you take depends on the kind of positioning you want afterwards, since both options do essentially the same damage. Ending in jump 2-2 air roll leaves you with more space, while jump 1-2-2 teleport leaves you closer. Homing ball. The EX version will track the opponent, hence the name, and can be held just over 1 second at 78 frames. Released immediately, it's around -25 on block when done from full screen and around -30 point blank. If held but released just before the maximum duration, it's quite safe around -6 to -10. If held for its full duration, it's -8 to -12, again depending on the distance from the opponent. It can also be cancelled, but doing so means you just spent a bar meter to be -40 something. Though that could have its own applications in the right sort of situation. I'm not really sure what that situation could be, but it may exist. But what's most notable is its startup, only 7 frames. Both versions are actually. Doing this instantly without holding to extend makes this an impossible reaction for the opponent. The trade-off being that you're highly negative. Because it can be held, it is a bit of a mind game as to when you'll release it. This forces the opponent to make a decision. Do they try to counter it while you're in the air, evade it through movement, or simply hold block and see what comes next? It can also be 2-in-1 cancelled on hit. If you're not familiar with the term, 2-in-1 canceling means that a special move can be cancelled into another special move. So on hit, not blocked, it can be cancelled into any other air special before you reach the ground. This could be teleport, air roll, or another homing ball, so long as you have the meter to spend. If it hits after held for its full duration, the opponent is launched for a combo, standing 4 into ball roll and proceed with your normal B&B. If it hits before its full duration, it can still give a combo if you 2-in-1 cancel into air roll. This means that from the air, for a bar of meter, Mileena has a 7-frame full screen whiff punisher that leads to a combo. Not the biggest combo, but a combo nonetheless. After the 2-in-1 cancel, use the combo routes discussed in the previous section, starting with ball roll. You could use the jump 1-2-2 route for an armor breaking setup with Sector by timing the missile between the jump 1-2-2 and teleport inputs. You could also forego the combo altogether and use the hit advantage for an easy orb setup with Frost, or a fully charged energy ring setup with Sonya. So what options does the opponent have if you're just going to chill in the air all day holding this thing? You are vulnerable the whole time, but again, you could release it at any time, so trying to knock you out of the air could be risky. An air projectile or something like Sindel's Scream could be a good option to punish this, but if you're high enough, then those options could be miscalculated. The Ice Clone won't freeze her, but it does absorb the hit, and Sub-Zero can punish so long as he's recovered from the Ice Clone in time. It can also have some really strange interactions due to the tracking and how Klone drops Sub-Zero from the air. And that's all I have to say at the moment. Have you been using these moves? Please comment and let me know, and what kind of conversions you've come up with if they differ from mine. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.